Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Lakers have been missing a big man since Anthony Davis left, but the Lakers still played great games and qualified for the playoffs. Winning their 18th title is what everyone in the purple and gold wants. For next season, the Lakers may try to bring back to Los Angeles a big man who is playing very well for the rival Los Angeles Clippers. Ivica Zubac would be a great deal for the Lakers, if the Clippers agree to trade him. Ivica Zubac would give LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic more freedom to attack and score. Lakers fans will be focused on the team's hopes of winning the 2025 NBA playoffs. At the same time, executives are preparing to sign a big center. Ivica Zubac has already played for the Lakers and was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers, and his game has improved every season. Could Rob Pelinka try to bring Ivica Zubac back to the Lakers? Yes, but it will all depend on how the teams perform in the playoffs, and the Lakers could put together a package of players to bring Ivica Zubac back. Remember that Luka Doncic has already stated that he needs a center by his side to protect the rim and get rebounds, and Ivica Zubac has that profile, as he has been grabbing 12 rebounds per game. Considering the hole at the center position for the Lakers, having a player like Zubac would certainly solve many of the problems of J.J. Redick's team. The 7'10" forward is fresh off the best regular season of his career. Zubac averaged 16.8 points, 12.6 rebounds, 3.8 offensive rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 1.1 blocks in 32.8 minutes per game while shooting 62.8% from the field. The first four categories are all career highs, as is his nightly minutes. Zubac also posted career highs in several advanced statistical categories, including win share, 11.7, aggressive win share, 7.0, defensive win share, 4.7, win share per 48.215, aggressive plus-minus, 2.3, overall plus-minus, 3.1, and competitive value, 3.4. That gives you an idea, doesn't it? When he was traded to the Lakers, Ivica Zubac was a 21-year-old second-round pick who put up solid numbers of 8.5 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 0.9 blocks in 17.6 minutes per game. J.J. Redick reveals Lakers will use new strategy against Timberwolves. The Los Angeles Lakers are set to begin their playoff journey on Saturday when they welcome the Minnesota Timberwolves for Game 1 of their first-round series. LA is aiming for an extended postseason run and appears well-positioned to make a serious push, potentially all the way to the Western Conference Finals. With a talented roster and a favorable playoff path on paper, expectations are understandably high. The Lakers will have ample time to scout and prepare for a red-hot Timberwolves team that's entering the playoffs with momentum. It won't be an easy matchup by any means, but there's a strong sense of belief within the Lakers' locker room. Head coach J.J. Redick is already implementing strategic adjustments in anticipation of the series. Jovan Buha of The Athletic spoke to Redick and shared how he has been fine-tuning his approach as LA gears up for the challenge Minnesota presents. Redick said the Lakers will introduce a little bit of playoff stuff but added that it's not necessarily going to be everything at once this week. "We'll have to slow drip," he said. "That's the approach that I think is going to work best for our group." Redick has a lot of respect for the Timberwolves. He praised them highly, saying Minnesota is a very difficult matchup. "We have a lot of work," Redick said. "They're a really good basketball team." "It's a very difficult opponent," Redick said. "They played as well as anyone lately, and I believe they're one of 4 teams in the top 10 in offense and defense. So, they present a lot of problems. The Lakers will get their best shot from a Minnesota team that ranks in the top 10 in offensive and defensive ratings. They also have a top 10 player on their side in Anthony Edwards, who is capable of going toe-to-toe with Luka Doncic. There are no easy paths in the West, but this is by far the most favorable one compared to the other 2 options LA had in the Golden State Warriors and the Denver Nuggets. This will be a hard-fought series for LA, and Redick is expecting the Timberwolves' best punch, but he is hoping what he and his team have to offer will ultimately lead to a knockout. Lakers star predicted to opt out of current contract. The Los Angeles Lakers are focused on the playoffs right now, but there are some important questions about the team's future this offseason. LeBron James has to be happy with the team after they acquired Luka Doncic. It's hard to imagine he'd want to play anywhere else now that he's in his 40s and his son is on the team. However, he does have a player option on his contract this offseason. If he picks it up, he'll make over $52 million next season. If he declines, he'll be a free agent and can sign anywhere. While there would likely be plenty of teams interested, Eric Beeston of Bleacher Report is predicting that James will opt out of his contract only to sign a one-year deal with the Lakers. If there was another team that could potentially pursue James, it would be the Golden State Warriors, who previously attempted to trade for the league's all-time leading scorer at the 2024 trade deadline, per ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski and Ramona Shelburne, Beeston wrote. The Lakers have the best situation for James as playing with Doncic gives him that second megastar he needs to make a legitimate run at a fifth NBA title. He may opt out and see what is out there, but expect the best player of his generation to return to the team for whom he has already won a championship and continue chasing another. Underscore 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 underscore. Will James take a pay cut? If James does decide to opt out, that will open a lot of possibilities for the Lakers. Considering that he's still playing at a very high level, the Lakers would likely give him whatever he wants in terms of contract details. However, he showed before this season that he'd be willing to take less money if it helps the team. Now, he only took a slight pay cut last offseason, but a more significant one could pave the way for the Lakers to make significant roster improvements. Clutch Point's Brett Siegel recently revealed that it's a possibility. LeBron will likely opt out of his $50.6 million player option, but he is not expected to leave Los Angeles, league sources told Clutch Points, Siegel wrote. This has been James' strategy through the years, signing those unique 1+1 contracts which give him and the Lakers flexibility to adjust their cap numbers accordingly. Last offseason, James made it clear to Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office that he would be willing to take a slight pay cut if it meant them targeting impactful talents who could increase the team's championship odds. He will very likely do the same this summer, allowing Los Angeles to add more talent around him and Luka Doncic. Bringing back Jackson Hayes has also become a priority for the Lakers, along with evaluating an underwhelming pool of frontcourt talent. Underscore 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 underscore. Could James retire? While it seems like James has at least one more year left in him, he's also the oldest player in the NBA right now. It's possible that if the Lakers win the championship this year, James could decide to go out on a high note. Lakers, Warriors predicted to meet in second round, renew LeBron James-Stephen Curry rivalry. The era of the NBA many of us grew up in is really on its last legs. Young teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder, Houston Rockets, and Indiana Pacers are showing the promise to take the baton. However, there are still a couple of major threads connecting us to the nostalgia of 2010s hoops, LeBron James and Steph Curry. Both LeBron's Los Angeles Lakers and Curry's Golden State Warriors made the playoffs, or play-in, this year. Luckily for us, it seems they are also on a crash course to meet in the postseason for the sixth time in their careers. Seventh if you count a Lakers play-in win over the Dubs in 2021. As the number 3 seed in the Western Conference, the Lakers have avoided the play-in altogether and will take on the number 6 seed Minnesota Timberwolves in round 1 of the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Warriors will face off with the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday night in a play-in game to determine who wins the West's number 7 seed. Considering the winner of that game gets the number 7 seed and a date with the unproven Rockets in round 1, rather than the juggernaut Thunder, this Warriors-Grizzlies game will be hotly contested. Sporting News Stephen No thinks the Warriors will not only beat the Grizzlies, but also take down the number 2 seeded Rockets to set up a round 2 date with the Lakers. The Warriors could give the Rockets real trouble. Golden State doesn't have the size, but they have unbelievable shot-making with Stephen Curry having another premier season. He's led them to a 3-2 regular season record against Houston. Playoff Jimmy Butler is going to be a handful, matching the Rockets' physicality. Golden State is the biggest favorite in the play-in tournament, coming in as 7-point favorites against the Grizzlies. Memphis is 0-7 ATS in their last 7 as dogs of 6+ points, and they are also just 5-19 straight up against the 7 teams ahead of them in the West standings. Houston will be tough, but Memphis should be a breeze for Curry and company. If the Warriors do emerge victorious against the youthful Rockets, and the Lakers do take down the T-Wolves, LA won the most recent matchup in February, then we would get a 6th LeBron James-Steph Curry playoff series. What a treat that would be. As No points out, LeBron would be the favorite to even their all-time playoff series record at 3-3. LeBron versus Steph would be the league's dream matchup. And it may just end up happening. These are also both older teams. The Lakers should benefit from an extra week of rest during the play-in tournament that the Warriors missed out on. And if Golden State does make it past Houston, they will be bruised and battered. The Warriors will tip off against the Grizzlies on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. ET at the Chase Center. The Lakers, meanwhile, get the week off, as their series with Minnesota begins on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. ET at Crypto.com Arena, where Game 1 will be broadcast on ABC. Dwight Howard shares bold take on Lakers' playoff fate. The Los Angeles Lakers have high hopes for their playoff run this season. They have 2 of the best players in the NBA in Luka Doncic and LeBron James, as well as perhaps the best third option in the league in Austin Reeves. They are hoping that they can outscore teams as opposed to relying on their defense to get wins in the playoffs. Doncic is a horrendous defender, but one of the best scorers in the entire league. Their run to the NBA Finals starts with a first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's not an easy first team to play in the postseason. One former Lakers player has a bold take on how the team will do in the playoffs. Former Lakers center Dwight Howard has very high hopes for this team. Howard believes that the Lakers will win it all this year. He believes they are the best team in the league with the roster they have assembled. The Lakers scare me because if LeBron is healthy in the playoffs, it's going to be tough for teams to beat them in a 7-game series, Howard told Basketball Insiders. My mind is saying the Lakers are going to win this year. I see the Lakers against Cleveland. The Cavaliers have been the best team in the Eastern Conference for most of the season, so it makes sense why Howard would have them coming out of the East. Los Angeles has a lot of tough teams to face in the West. Even with a healthy James, there are 6 other teams who are legitimate candidates to win the West. The Lakers are one of the best teams in the league when they are healthy and hitting their threes. Outscoring teams is going to be the focus of the team in the postseason. Howard clearly believes that the Lakers will be able to do that, no matter who they face on their road to the finals. The concern would be their defense. If the Lakers beat the Timberwolves in the first round, they will take on the winner of the Rockets and whoever they end up facing.